I am a youth advocate.
I am a mentor.
I am an Oakland native.
I'm an attorney.
I am formerly incarcerated.
I am the father of 2 wonderful children.
I'm a policy analyst.
I am an example of redemption.
I'm hoping for change. I'm hoping that what I went through, this generation won't go through.
Our mission is to advance justice by protecting the rights of children and youth and by improving the systems that impact their lives.
I was involved in a system, the youth prison system, that was, at the time had 11,000 kids in a system designed to hold only 6,000 young people, with tremendous amounts of violence, abuse and neglect at the hands of the state and the guards, and it made me much worse, having gone there than when I went in.
Being in that frame of mind where you think that you aren't worth anything, that you have no hope for the future, it's a dark place to be. I just didn't value myself or my life at all because I thought that I'd been told over and over that I wasn't going anywhere.
A lot of kids these days, they don't feel loved, so they really they put up a front. So that's why they get in trouble a lot, and they want people to think that they're all big and bad, but once you really get to them, they're still kids and they need love too.
There's essentially an abuse to prison pipeline where we're criminalizing foster youth, we're criminalizing girls who've experienced sexual abuse and physical abuse. And we need to disrupt that pipeline and do everything we can to actually help people instead of just continually pushing them away into prisons.
People's imaginations and ability to dream only goes so far. And so we often say, well, we have to lock them up because nothing else works. Well, the truth is we haven't tried very many other things. And so unless we show and prove that these things can work, people won't really take them as viable alternatives.
The California Youth Justice Initiative is really at the center of all of the juvenile justice reforms taking place right now.
We're working on legislation, we're working on a communications campaign, we're working on research and civic engagement and community capacity building to essentially change conditions on the ground as well as policies coming from the Capitol. And we never do that without the participation and leadership of directly impacted communities.
Through the work we do, policy work, we can impact thousands of kids at a time, hundreds of thousands of youth at a time.
How healing it is to have been disempowered for so long and then to take your power back and to speak from your own experience about what matters to you.
When they know that I share those experiences of having an incarcerated parent, of being incarcerated myself, it allows them to let their guard down and it allows them to reach them.
So we bring young people up to the Capitol. We give them space to tell their stories to legislators and to staffers, to testify at hearings, write letters to the governor, however they want to share their stories. We give them the space to do so, and we educate them about the policy process here in California.
We recognize that the policies that we're putting into place, the movements that we're trying to build, the campaigns that we are putting together, the people who are going to be most impacted are the people on the ground. It's going to be the communities, it's going to be the families, and it's going to be the youth.
Our youth justice work is not just some of our most important work, it's a piece of the work that we've grown significantly over the past 3 years because of the momentum that we've generated here in California and the moment for change being right now.
When you think about where is some of the most progressive change regarding juvenile justice happening, we need to look no further than the Bay Area.
Kids today are so much more engaged. They are so much more informed about the issues. Kids are so much more tolerant than older generations have been. I really think that kids, that youth are really ready to take the reins and fight for themselves in ways that we haven't seen before.
This movement inspires me because it's my people. It's people who, from the streets or from the jail cells, things like that. People who've turned their pain and experience into inspiration, into education, and into power.
Right now is the time to be really aggressive and aspirational about what we expect out of our government, out of our leaders, for our communities and for our children and our future.
We have to do more to acknowledge not only the harm of incarceration, but the promise that the communities possess in being able to deal with our young people in a much more responsible and healthy fashion. So that's what this conversation here is about. We're talking about